One of the hardest things to deal with as a dealer, and I've had 20 years experience of this, is how you handle fakes and frauds. We see this all the time. There's a lot of things that come into the gallery that are, some are replications, and that's okay, but some things are just downright fakes or frauds. And really what that means is whoever made that piece or tampered with that piece, they're trying to affect the value of it by saying it's something it is not. So I want to give you a few little tips on how to notice what is a fake and a fraud. And I'll talk today about American Indian art. Native American art can be very valuable if it's very early. Some of the things that you will see that you'll notice in American art is wear. Wear patterns are very important. One of the areas that you can see this is in things like Kachina dolls, wood. If they have paint on them, there should be wear that is appropriate for handling the Kachina, whether it means where it was handled with a hand, on the tip of the nose, the arms, if there's something broken, that it looks like it's appropriate for the piece. When people fake these, and they do, they often try to make wear, and they'll use things like sandpaper, and you can see the grain of where the wear was. They'll also maybe put things around it like clothes or different elements to it. In this case, instead of looking for wear, you want to look for oxidation. Has the color changed? If something's 100 years old, the color will change. It doesn't have the same vibrant colors no matter what it is if it's been around. Oxidation happens, and you'll see this. So it's very important when you're evaluating things and trying to determine if it's old and if it is real to look for those kind of things. You want to look for wear patterns and you want to look for oxidation. If you see oxidation and the colors have changed, this is a very good indicator that it may have age to it. Bug damage, that's another thing. You can look for damage by different varmints and insects. Now occasionally people will get old pieces of wood, again with Kachinas, that have little holes in it, but if they do it, what they don't realize is that when they painted it and tried to fake it, that they cover up the holes where it wouldn't be appropriate. So the holes may be filled with a little bit of paint. Well, when that happened originally, you have to remember, it would be a brand new piece when it was made 100 years ago, and the damage would have happened afterwards. So common logical sense. Also for metal objects, what you want to look for is you might want to get a loupe or a little magnifier and see if there's any wear, especially in jewelry. There should be wear patterns. There should be little areas where if it was going on and off your wrist, for instance, that you would see that it's worn down. If there's zero wear and it's supposed to be 100 years old, probably something's wrong. So wear patterns, especially in things like paint and metal, are very important. When it comes to beadwork, one of the common things I see is that they'll take brand new pieces and dip them in things like coffee and nicotine, try to give it that old feel. The problem is that old feel is very consistency. And if it's very consistent on the piece, you have to wonder, especially if you open it up inside the little beads and you see that there's zero there, and not only is there no paint down there, but there's also the sinew or the foundation threads have absolutely no oxidation. So it's really common sense to avoid getting stung. First of all, if you go to a professional, they're going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. But if you're buying it yourself, common sense and look for those things. Hope this helps the next time you buy something.